Quickly before we jump into this, I just want to preface that this was not really a very good race for myself at all, so I'm going to try and leave the editing as I normally would, but yeah, it's quite a short video. Things, spoiler alert, don't go well tonight, so yeah, I'll sort of run it through as I normally would, and then I'll see you guys on the other side for a little bit of reflection, I guess we'll call it. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where, yes, we're here today with F1 22 League Racing. We're back in LCR this time around, we're in the F1 League. I'm repping Alfa Romeo this year. It's going to be quite interesting. I really have got no idea how this is going to go on. But, you know, get yourself subscribed, leave a like if you do enjoy as well. And yeah, we're racing at Brazil. We've got a custom calendar this season. So yeah, I am very much looking forward to it. But honestly, you're going into this completely blind. I've got no expectation for myself. I guess if we can score points, that'll be quite good. It's been like 2 years since I've raced the F1 cars in a competitive space, so this is probably going to be a bit of a trial by fire tonight. Right, here we go then. Moment of truth time. Will it be raining at some point during this Brazilian GP weekend? No, it won't. Or it looks like it shouldn't do. The track does get colder as the race goes on, but I think we're going to be okay on that front. Now, I always get asked what setups I'm using. I've made my own again, so I'll run through the numbers. I don't know whether it's good or not, but there you go. 18-18 wing, 60-55, minus 3.4, minus 1.9, 0.08, 0.29, 6.3, 6.4, 6.7, 150, and 22.8, 22.8, 22.22. Use it if you like, but yeah, let's get into qualifying and hope that I can try and get a good lap on the board. Whoa! Okay, got to be careful of that bump apparently then in Sector 2. Haven't had any issues with that in my practice running, but at least we'll try and throw Connor off ever so slightly, but that was not quite what I wanted. We'll just try and make sure we stay out of the way of the other cars. My fastest times in practice have sort of been high 7s, so if we can get somewhere near there, I'd probably be quite happy. But yeah, didn't want to do that. Luckily, I've got enough fuel I can go for another one. It's done it again. It's done it again. I've got to be so careful with the ride height, apparently. Maybe I've ran it a bit too low, but I cannot believe I've done that twice. So we'll try and just peel out of the way. That might be an issue when we get into the race if it's going to keep doing that. Right, well, I'm going to try and go out then on a set of mediums just to get one lap on the ball. We're just not going to take any big risks. I just want to get time posted. And then leaves us with 2 fresh sets of softs at the end of the session. Plenty of cars though as we head through the final couple of corners. I'll try and get some slipstream off of Jack in the process. Thank you very much, mate. Genuinely appreciated there. Let's try and get a lap actually. Well, we have actually got a clean lap on the board this time around, as long as I don't somehow do something crazy as we round through the final couple of turns up towards the start-finish line then. Latifi goes fastest on a 1.75. We set a 1.089, but again, harder tyres, a little bit of fuel in the car. P14 provisionally. There's definitely a lot more in it. I'm certainly not the only person that's been having issues in that uphill. I think I can never remember the name of it off the top of my head, but turn 6, turn 7. Ideally, I'm not going to do a Charles Leclerc, or hopefully without colliding with anyone else either, but we'll wait and see how we get on. But first proper lap then on the softs. If this one's not good, I've basically got to bail out to get any chance for a final run. And immediately that line through turn 1 is not going to help me out much, but we're still in the green somehow. And that's going to be it ruined, just slightly wide. We may as well keep going, see what sort of time we could have had, and see if we can work out the line through here, but it's still, every time, you've got to go for like a weird line through there to make it work, otherwise it's just not happening. Right, well we desperately need to find a lot more on our final run. I've been bumped up to P17, I'm not sure how, but just want to try and get through the final couple of turns then, and get this last lap started here from Interlagos. We have to try and get turn 6 spot on the soft compound tyres. I'm yet to do it so far this session, but we just need to try and find more time.
30 seconds left in the session.
heading out of the final corner then. We are going to improve, but it's still not going to be a particularly good lap here from Interlagos. Had to leave a bit of time on the table to make sure we got a valid time on the board. It's going to be about a 1:08.3 there. It's going to put me about 14th. P13 provisionally. Not quite where I wanted, but I guess we just got to get on with it in the race. Well, it might be unlucky for some, but fingers crossed it's not unlucky for me. P13 here on the grid for the Brazilian Grand Prix. Crowding door there on the pole in his Merc. Mel, one of my good mates, are lining up on the front row there. Connor as well in P4, so fingers crossed. Yeah, some of the names that I do recognise can have a good race. But, yeah, P13, can we try to recover into the points? I mean, look at that. Top 10 separated by half a second. This one could get quite spicy. Right, we're having a look then at the strategy here at Interlagos. We're going to try and do the hards to mediums. I did speak to Mel beforehand and he told me apparently it's just the strategy you've got to go in every single league race on F1 22. I've got no idea how much spare fuel we should need. So 1.3 laps extra just means we should be safe either way. But let's see how this goes then. LCR here at Brazil. Will I make it to the flag without spinning at turn 6? That's the real question. Right, but at least I'm already 1-0 in qualifying against our teammate there, LCR Ben, very, very good friend of mine. So yeah, we'll see how we get on in comparison to each other over the course of this season. That is impressive by Joseph. I was not expecting that. But just got to try and make sure we get a good lineup on the grid. Tyres pretty much up to temperature. And will I be able to get a good start here as well? That's the other important question. Just waiting on Jack at the rear of the field. Right, I'm probably just going to concentrate for a lot of lap 1. Make sure we make it through clean and tidy. We've got 2 Ferrari cars just in front. Apparently my DRS is enabled. Right, here we go then. 5 red lights here at Interlagos. Right, so, and away we go, and, well, I almost made a place there. And the Haas car's just taken out both Alfa Romeos literally 5 seconds in. What was that? He just came across us. I mean, there's been more carnage down at turn 1. I don't even know how to begin to describe that. I mean, what do we do for strategy? I mean, there's yellow flags everywhere. I think what we've got to do is box. We've got to go mediums, haven't we? And just try and take it as far as possible. What was that? I mean, now, unfortunately, Ben and I as well have got to try and race each other back to the pit lane. But we just got completely swiped by that by the Haas car, sorry. We couldn't go anywhere. Well, that might be one of the worst starts I think I've ever had in the league race. There's already cars peeling into the pit lane at just the end of lap 1, and I'm going to have to be one of them here. He's got to make sure we get the car slowed down. Ben's going to try and jump me. No, you do not. Having to race our way into the pits there, but, I mean, now I don't know what's going to happen. It might just be a long afternoon or praying for a safety car. Ben's rage quit. I think he's had enough then. Couldn't even get the jump on me into the pit lane, and what on earth? What do we say about that? Seriously, we're basically half a lap down now. I've got to wait for a safety car, or it's basically going to be a very, very long night. Purple in Sector 2, apparently, as there's more yellow flags out. I mean, we're taking good time out of a handful of cars a bit further up the road, but trying to just balance the ERS, everything like that. Of course, we should effectively be quicker than most people on the hard tyres, as that's going to be an 11.0. There we go, we're going half second quicker than Maffeo in front, who I think also had to box in his Aston Martin. He's got a 5-second penalty, so we could be in a race-long battle with them. But, I mean, yeah, we're still 20 seconds back behind P14. So it is still going to be a long afternoon, just praying we're quick and consistent. We've got more yellow flags out. I think that might be Jack in the McLaren.
Okay, clear.
Oh, no, I've gone. Yep, that was always going to happen, wasn't it? I immediately just felt the car bottom out there, and I knew we were going straight round. What? It just, as soon as you spin once, the car's like it's driving on it won't point in the right direction. It It won't point in the right direction, and now I'm basically stuck
Blue flag.
on this curb. What on earth is that?
Okay, blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through. Check your
It
MFD
won't go in a
for
straight
new
line.
strategy option.
It just won't. That is kind of incredible. Yeah, not really sure why on earth the tyres decided they would be 1,000 degrees for the better part of a lap after I made one small mistake, but yeah, we were a lap down, and on F122, even if you get a safety car, when you go a lap down, you can't unlap yourself on the safety car, so it was GG's from there. A horrible start to the season, but I will be back next week, and like I said at the start, just gutted that I couldn't give you guys a proper video.